Hi, this is a 4-minute mini practice for lymphatic drainage and stretching. So let's go. So just start on your mat and just start by lifting your shoulders up and down. So again, the intensity is just based on how you're feeling that day. If you want to really press them down in a way, you can feel it. And then you lift them high as you can up towards your ears. And you can vary how much you're lifting and pressing away depending on how you're feeling. I'm going to do that 5 times. So 1 more. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to do some head tilts. We're just going to go side to side. 1. Breathing in, 2. Left and right. 3. Breathe. 4. 1 more time. 5. Release your breath. And then bring your chin to your chest and feel the stretch through the back of your neck. And then slowly lift your chin and continue and look up to the sky. You can even activate your chin and jaw muscles. And then press back down again to your chest. And then up. Breathe in and down. In, up. Exhale down. 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhale down. You can close your eyes or leave them open, depending on how you're feeling with your balance that day. You can also send your feet a little bit wider, and that helps with feeling more balanced and centered. So now we're going to start with our head rolls. So we're just going to gently roll our head around in one direction. And again, however intense you want this to be, you can just exaggerate the head roll. And 5 times in one direction, nice and easy. Breathing. 1 more time. And then come back to center and neutral, and then go the other way. Breathe. Nice and easy. 2 more. 1 more. And stand. Take a breath. We're going to do a lion's breath. So you're just going to bend your knees a little, place your hands on your thighs. And this one's a little silly, but it feels really great. It's good for lymphatic drainage. So you breathe in. Stick out your tongue. Big breath out. 1 more time. Excellent. Stand back up. And we're going to put our arms above our head. We're going to stretch up, interlace your hands, and then just lean from one side and back to center and the other. Following your breath in and out, whichever way it works out for you with the movement. Just go side to side, and you want to really brace your core here. You have about a hip width stance on your feet. And if this interlacing backwards is not working, you can just interlace them front ways. Doesn't matter. And just reach and stretch. And you can push your hands away to intensify the stretch, like you're reaching for the ceiling, and then bring them back in as you switch sides, and then reach away and release. Now then interlace your hands behind your back, and slowly, with about hip width distance on your feet, fold at the waist. And you can have a nice bend in your knees here as you let your head drop. And if it feels good to lift your hands off your back, you can do that. I find sometimes my own arm muscles get in the way of how high I can lift. So my trick, and I'll show you, is to bend my elbows and place my hands, you know, further up on my back and then extend them out, as opposed to trying to just lift them straight back. So again, just bend your elbows and then lift your hands up and let your body hang. Now, if this doesn't work and your balance feels off, just let your hands rest down on the floor or on your ankles or your shins for balance. Most importantly, just let your head hang. Breathe. Keep breathing. You can bend one knee and then the other, if that feels good, or you can just hang and breathe. Hands interlaced or not. Breathe in, exhale, and then slowly as you bend your knees, roll up, rise up. Good. And stretch it out just a little. Now we're going to go into a warrior one, a very gentle warrior one, right foot forward, left foot back at a slight angle. And you can bend your knee here. Now you can go as deep as you like, where you have your knee tracking over your ankle, or you can shorten your stance and just have a slight bend in your knee. Either way, it's beneficial. And you're going to open your arms up, front to back. This is a warrior two. And then you're going to breathe in, lift your hands up, straighten your front leg, and then exhale, back to bent knee and arms reaching forward and back. So breathe in, and exhale. Breathe in, and exhale. Lots of things happening in the background here. Breathe, breathe in. One more time, exhale. And then switch legs. Left foot forward, right foot back. And breathe in. And exhale. Hands reaching front to back. Straighten your front leg, arms go up. Exhale. Breathe in. Reach. Make that extension through your arms like electricity is coming out of your fingertips. And then release. In. Release. One more. Release. And now we're here. We just turn our feet to face one direction, whether it's this way or this way. And find your stance here, whether it's wider or closer together. And then you're gonna slowly fold over, and however far you get is just fine. So if you end up right here, that's okay. If you're all the way over and your hands can reach the floor, your fingertips, that's great too. You can stay here, or for a little something more, which is really great again for your lymphatic drainage, you can clasp your hands at your low back and do my little trick where you bend your elbows and then extend your arms up. You can feel a little out of balance here. So if you are, you can just start with one hand on the ground or both hands on the ground and then work your way up to clasped hands. Let your head hang. You can bend your knees as much as you like. And just breathe. And slowly release your hands if they were clasped. Roll your body up. Now we're moving into our final couple poses. And this one is called Malasana. So it's just a wide-legged squat. So if you can get yourself down into Malasana and just balance this way with your heels on the ground, your elbows inside your knees, then you're there and you're good. If you would like to sit on a block, you can place the block underneath your glutes and it's just as restorative and wonderful that way. If you don't have a block, you can sit on a pillow or a blanket, something firm, and you're just gonna stay here for about 5 breaths. So breathe in. And then hands come down for balance. Slowly straighten your legs and then roll yourself up. You can go slow here. You can get a little dizzy sometimes, so just take your time. And then we're going to bring ourselves down to the mat. And you're going to lay down. And you're going to take both knees up to your chest. As far as they'll come, it doesn't matter. You don't need to force it. And then you're going to bring them to the left side first. So you can bring them right to the left side, but I find it's best before you do that to move your hips over to the right and let your knees fall to the left. Then you can keep this sort of straight line in your body. And you can look the opposite direction, or you can keep your eyes straight up. Breathe. 5 breaths. And then come back to center. And then go to the other side. So bring your hips to the left, lay your knees to the right. Ignore your crazy dog if you have one. Now arms can go out to the side if that feels nice. You can rest them on your chest and then look the opposite direction. Breathe in and out. Fill your belly with breath. And come back to center. Breathe. And if you feel up for it, you can take a happy baby pose. And that is just bringing your feet up. And if you can hold your feet, that's wonderful. If you're just gonna hold yourself behind your knees, that's wonderful too. You wanna flex on your feet. So instead of sort of letting your feet hang out, give them a nice flex, and it keeps everything a little active. And you can point and flex as well, and that feels really great. And if you're in full happy baby, your hands are at your feet or on your ankles, and you can just stay still or rock side to side. It's a nice massage for your lower back. If this pose isn't working for you today, or you're just doing it for a short moment, that's okay too. And then our last pose, which is a really great way to drain your lymph nodes again, is to use a chair. So I'm gonna place the chair here, and I'm gonna lay down on my back. And you can put a blanket under your head if you like. This is, you make yourself comfortable. And you place your feet on the chair, and you want a good 90-degree angle here. And then lay yourself down and spend a good 10 breaths or more here. I like to practice where I can see the outdoors at the same time. It gives me something to look at and think about. But no matter where you are today, in your office, at your house, outside, just enjoy it. Breathe in, fill your belly, exhale. using straw breath, and that's when you exhale as if you're blowing out of a straw. So breathing in. Another way to do this pose is to not use the chair and just have your feet up in the air with your hands under your glutes for support if that feels good. This can become intense pretty quickly. You can also use a wall, which is a great thing. So you can prop your legs up against a wall and create that angle. But this really is very restorative and relaxing when you use the chair, and you're still getting all the drainage benefits. And that's it. You're done with your mini practice. And, as always, modify as needed or push yourself and take it a little further on days when you're feeling that you could do that. Bye.